Let's solve a real-life problem by graphing and using everything that we have learned so far about linear functions. Here's the situation. We have a cereal bar. It contains 130 calories. The number of C calories consumed is a function. It means C depends on the number of B bars eaten. What are the questions here? Let's whether this situation is linear or nonlinear. Let's find the domain of the function and determine if the domain is discrete or continuous, and we're going to explain it. And we're also going to graph the function using its domain. So I did this all for you before we continued because I'm saving time. So I wanted to notice something. Here's the thing. The first part, which is let's determine whether this situation represents a linear function or not. As you can see from this table that I've made here, as b increases by 1, okay, as b increases by 1, it means the bars that you've eaten, the number of calories is going to increase by 130. So for every 1 bar you eat, you consume or you have an intake of 130 calories. Okay, as you can see, that happens consistently throughout all this situation where we have +1 +1 +1 on the inputs, whereas on the outputs you can see that we have a +130 +130 and so on. So the rate of change is constant. Since the rate of change is constant, this situation represents a linear function. Now, let's talk about the domain of the function. Is it discrete or continuous? Well, in terms of the number of cereal bars you can eat, you can eat a complete or a whole cereal bar, but at the same time you can eat half of it or just a portion of it, which means that B, the input, can be any value greater than or equal to 0. So the domain, in this case, I'm going to answer this question. So we already confirmed it's linear because, remember, the rate of change is constant. I'm sorry because I ran out of room here. The rate of change is constant. Now, how about the domain? The domain, we have already determined that you can eat as many as cereal bars as you want, as long as it is greater than 0. You cannot eat negative numbers of cereal bars. And you can eat half a bar, a quarter of a bar, just a portion of it. So it means that since this is greater than or equal to 0, the domain is b greater than 0, and it is a continuous function. And now let's graph the function. Let's graph the function using its domain. So as you can see from this table, it's going to make our life really easy because for 0 bars, 0 calories. For 1 bar, 130 calories, and so on. 2 bars, I'm sorry because of that noise. For 2 bars, 260 calories. 3 bars, 390 calories. 4 bars, 520 calories, and so on. Okay? What else do I have to do here? It's just, okay, let me pause this.